Today we are talking to the president of York University, President Shoukri, about the York strike, its implications, and where we go from here. President Shoukri, you've taken a lot of criticism over the course of this strike. I mean, the YFS president is putting a lot of blame on you. The union is putting a blame on you and the administration. And a lot of undergraduate students are feeling really abandoned by you over the course of the strike. Yeah. I mean, I understand that you have attended Senate meetings. You've put out messages to the public on the website. But I mean, to the average student who follows the strike via media outlets, I mean, why were you invisible to the media?
It's really an interesting situation. One very important thing that was very clear to me from the very beginning. On one hand, you're the leader of the campus. You need to make absolutely sure that your message is clear and you stay above board and not allow frequent appearances on the media to distract the community from the job at hand, which is reaching a settlement.
I mean, I understand you being a distraction, but I mean, a lot of students are looking for someone from the administration to kind of reassure them, because I mean, it's an uncertain time for a student going almost 3 months on strike. I mean, they're looking for some kind of leadership, someone to step up.
There is another thing, and I will come back to this. The other reason also, I don't want appearances and getting in conflicts with the supporters of the union to become an impediment for me in the job that I need to do starting yesterday when the students arrive back to the university, which is the healing and the rebuilding of York and its reputation.
But I mean, do you ultimately feel some kind of responsibility, I mean, for what went on? I mean, people have criticized you, saying you weren't active enough in what was going on in
I was very active behind the scene. I am not a member of the negotiating team.
I understand, but ultimately, I mean, the negotiating team does ultimately answer
we have
to you.
been working very closely, not only myself, but the whole steering committee that did steer and advise and provide the guidance to the negotiating team. And that was made of myself, the vice president, and all the deans. This group worked very closely with the negotiating team, advised them and guided them. So we were very involved in planning what was going on during the strike and in planning what will happen after the strike.
The question is, you were very involved, I guess. So, I mean, why did you allow the strike to go on for 3 months?
Well, I think you should look at the record. On day one, when it became, remember, I'm saying all of this in the context of my sincere desire to build bridges and move forward. However, you have to look at the record very clearly. From day one, we realized that it appeared inevitable that we'll have a strike because the union was determined to have a strike. This is a known fact. They were absolutely determined to have a strike, just judging by the document they submitted to us entitled Demanding the Impossible.
Right.
We did not leave a single opportunity without trying and negotiate, renegotiate, submit proposals. Actually, the delays, I would argue that because of the union.
I know, I understand that you're going to say that it was the union who delayed it, and the union is going to blame you.
It's too bad. It's unfortunate that...
But I mean, obviously...
It's unfortunate we cannot get the mediator to tell the truth, because that's not the job.
I also want to ask you about, I mean, York University has some issues. I mean, almost nearly every university in Ontario deals with unions in some capacity, but it's York University that seems to be the anomaly in not being able to get it quite right. I mean, not only do we have strikes, we have lengthy strikes. So, I mean, what is the issue with York? I mean, it's not a coincidence. I mean, what is the issue with York and the union?
Well, the issue of York is really history and the evolution of these issues and accumulations of problems, and a significant presence of an element of lack of trust within the university that one needs to work on.
Do you think that you inherited kind of this bad blood between past presidents or past administrations and the unions?
I would say not past president, I would say past presidents, because this has been going on for a long time. It certainly didn't happen in the 1 year that I have been here.
And what are the problems in your view?
The problem, of course, you know about, it's well identified, the problem of having contract faculty and full-time faculty. This is a problem that goes beyond York University. It's a problem that goes across campus, across the Ontario. It's a problem that goes across Canada and across North America. There's no other university in North America that does not use contract faculty.
Right.
What happens at York is that the numbers are relatively large. there are a significant number at York that uses this as a way of living.